So this is just an update on the Dutch Roundabout works down on 10th Street. So we're just walking down Townhead Street. This used to be a roundabout. You can see there's a sign that says new roundabout layout ahead. This is now not a roundabout. It's now got a nice zebra crossing to help you cross. And I'm not entirely sure what they've done with the road, because I've been trying to avoid this area for a while, but we've still got roadworks here. They're still building bits of cycle lane here, but they finished the cycle lane over here, so we can cross the road if people will wait for us. So the zebra crossing hasn't worked in that attempt, but there's a nice cycle lane which the cyclist is not using, which is a shame because they've actually done quite a good job of building this. It's all block paved, and they've done a really good job of the block paving. They've done a far better job than they have of the cycle lanes in Rotherham. But we're just coming down 10th Street. You can see the cycle lane's very good. It's all finished pretty much, but they're still working on the cycle lane on the other side of the road. I can't really zoom in too well over there because this camera doesn't work very well in the dark. But this whole area has been complete chaos for about 18 months. And of course, if you look up here, may not be able to see it too well, but this is the Sytner Tower. This used to be a business called Sytner just here. So it's coming on, but I'm not entirely sure what it's going to be. I keep thinking it's probably going to be student flats, like pretty much every other development in Sheffield. I don't know what the need would be for officers, because here we've got the Pennine 5, which used to be HSBC. That's occupied by some people, but not all that many, and I'm not sure it will have that much occupancy because it's a really, really big building. And HSBC had an awful lot of staff here in the past, but no one seems to have that many staff anymore. Everyone seems to work from home nowadays. So this is the building which was Plusnet at one time until they moved to the Balance. Although I just heard that the Balance up the road might be closing and being turned into more flats. Whether that'll be flats for ordinary people like me, or whether it'll be for students, who knows. So we're just coming down past the Hampton by Hilton Hotel, which used to be the South Yorkshire Police until about 15 years ago. You can see they've not, the Puffin Crossing is not in service just yet. There's still temporary traffic lights, but they have resurfaced the road. They resurfaced the road a good few weeks ago, and you may well just see in the distance the Belisha beacons are blinking. So here's the derelict Western Tower. This has been derelict for many years now. I haven't got a clue what it used to be used for, and I haven't got a clue if it can be used for anything. In fact, you can probably barely see the actual tower on the video there because it's quite dark, but it does extend quite high. But it's a complete eyesore, and really it just wants knocking down. But I've no idea what anyone's intending to do with it. It's all just been boarded up for ages. So here it is, the Dutch Roundabout, which actually looks like a roundabout again, at long last. You can see here we've got the zebra crossings, which is where you walk across. And next to it, come round here, is the bit that you cycle across. So you'll be able to ride your bike across there. There's the cycle lane. And that cycle lane goes all the way around. It's basically two concentric rings. And basically, pedestrians have the first priority, then cyclists have a priority, and then cars have priority. So that's the order it goes in. And now I've seen it, I think it'll actually be quite good. However, it is different to the roundabouts with cycle lanes that we've got in Rotherham. They've actually done a different priority in Rotherham, where basically cyclists have to give way to cars. So Rotherham has actually chosen to do it the other way round compared to Sheffield, and that's actually a bit of a problem because it leads to a lot of inconsistencies in how these things work, which only leads to confusion. And just over the Dutch Roundabout, again you might not be able to see it because it's a bit dark, but that's the Emergency Services Museum. No, the autofocus doesn't like the Emergency Services Museum, but that's the Emergency Services Museum. It used to be called the Fire and Police Museum, After all these years, I've still never been in. I'll have to have a visit there one day.